I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right, 54. So we got man. Out.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Alert. 36. 54. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Here's Watson. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Who's that? 19. Mike 54. Kill. Shit. You got tight right there. Showing it. Check. Fresno. Alert. Time to go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
What's that? 19. Mike's 5-4. Ready? Shoot. He's coming. We got double up. Check. Lucky. Check 3.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, switch gears. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
We got 4. 51.
From the gun, here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Winston looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's crashing. He's checking. Shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Now it's Breida. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That's his longest run of the first quarter, and Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Buccaneers' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Running out of the gun here, Breida. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Shift, watch the shift. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch twist, watch twist. Hey, 31.
It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jameis to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Winston now finding Godwin, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Winston to throw for it on 4th. It's caught by Mike Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
First down, Buccaneers.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Winston. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 52. Switch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 3.
3 points down, he's coming.
Motion.
They run with Breida. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Check 99. Deuce.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage. And hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, that's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Buccaneers 7. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check safety. Bang, 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 bang. Wide, get wide. Big edge.
Here's Breida. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
All day, defense, all day. Mike 51.
Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. First down, Winston. Caught by Jones. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Flip.
Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. This is fielded at the 7. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 2nd and 7, Winston. He'll have a first down past the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Easy. Mike's 59.
From the 39, Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Armstead providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the run. Check 9. Check 24. Switch.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Switch. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Safe.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Rush in. Under 10. 10. 6 guys. Hey, line them up.
This is Breida. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I got you. I got you.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down throw for Winston. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Ready. Blue 80. Green 17. 53. Come on. Sunday.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Winston. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 21-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Rip right.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now a give to Breida. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Finish that! 19!
51's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. 39 yards there, a big one.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Check. Joker. Check. Check.
9.
Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Out. 36.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll go again to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready. White 25. White.
It's going to be a long...
Jameis now on first down. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, "I want to see something executed well before we get out of here." And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Banjo.
From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the screen. 5-0.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 1 front. Mike 53. Let's go.
Now Winston on 4th down. And the pressure gets to him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hey. 4 down. Watch it.
Go, Mike 51.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after